They tiptoed into the room, then they moved to Johnson's room without making noise, and Jonesy was sleeping. Sue drew the curtains together. Drew the curtains together meaning is covered windows with the curtain, and they went to the next room. She peeped. Peeped meaning is looked out through the window. There was only one leaf on the creeper. Only one leaf was left on the ivy vine, and it was raining heavily, and an icy cold wind was blowing, and strong wind was blowing. It seemed as though the leaf would fall any minute now, and it looks that the leaf would fall at any minute. Behrman didn't say a word. He went back to his room. Jonesy woke up next morning, and in a feeble voice, feeble meaning is weak voice, she asked Sue to draw the curtains, to remove the curtain from the window. Sue was nervous, and Sue was very nervous as she knew that due to the cold wind of the last night, the last leaf had fallen down. So she drew back the curtain very reluctantly. Reluctantly meaning is hesitantly, means she didn't want to uncover the window, but she has to. Oh, Sue exclaimed as she looked at the vine creeper, and when she removed the curtain, she drew back the curtain. What did she saw? She saw that there is still one leaf on the creeper. The one leaf was still standing on the creeper. It looks quite green and healthy, and its color was looking very green and looking very fresh. In spite of the storm and fierce wind, fierce meaning is strong wind, it hadn't fallen. I heard the wind last night, said Jonesy. Jonesy also said that she had heard the sound of the wind, that it was blowing very fast. I thought it would have fallen. The last leaf would have fallen last night. It would surely fall today. And she said, if it hasn't fallen yesterday, then it would fall today. Then she would die. Sue said Sue energetically. Then Sue spoke immediately that you would not die, that she will not die. You have to live for your friend. What would happen to me if you die? And she told that what would happen to her if Jonesy would die. Jonesy smiled weakly. She gave a weak smile and closed her eyes. After every hour or so, she would look out of the window. She again see out of the window and found the leaf still there, that the leaf was still present on the ivy vine. It seemed to be clinging to the ivy creeper, and it was looking that it was sticking to the creeper, it was sticking to the vine. In the evening there was another storm. Again the strong wind was blowing, but the leaf didn't fall. Jonesy lay for a long time looking at the leaf. She was looking continuously towards the leaf. Then she called out Sue. Then she called Sue and said, I have been a bad girl. You have looked after me so lovingly. Looked after meaning is taken care. You have taken care of me very lovingly, and I have not cooperated with you, but I hadn't paid any attention towards you. I have been depressed and gloomy, and I was very tense and sad. The last leaf had shown me how wicked I have been. Wicked meaning is here foolish, that how foolish she had become. I have realized that it is a sin to want to die, and then now I had realized that it is very bad to think about the death. Sue hugged Jonesy. Then she gave her lots of hot soup and a mirror. Jonesy combed her hair and smiled brightly and gave a bright smile to Sue. In the afternoon, the doctor came again. After examining his patient, means after examining Jonesy, he told Sue, Jonesy now has the will to live, means now Jonesy has made her mind that she would live her life again, and I am confident, means doctor was confident that Jonesy would recover soon. Now I must go downstairs. Now the doctor has to go downstairs and see Behrman, because he was also suffering from pneumonia. But doctor said, I am afraid there is no hope for him, means there are very less chances to live for Behrman. The next morning, Sue came and sat on Jonesy's bed. Taking Jonesy's hand in her hands, she said, I have something to tell you. That she wanted to say something to Jonesy. What she wanted to say, that Mr. Bearman died of pneumonia this morning. Mr. Bearman has died due to pneumonia. He was ill for only 2 days and he was suffering from pneumonia only from 2 days. The first day, the janitor meaning is a cleaner or the person who was coming in the building for cleaning purpose. The first day, the janitor found him on the bed. His clothes and shoes were wet. Bearman's clothes and shoes were wet and he was shivering due to cold. He had been out in that stormy night. It looks that he was out from his room in that stormy night when the rain was falling heavily. Then they found a ladder, and then he found one ladder and lantern still lying near his bed, the lantern was still lightning, which was lying near his bed. There were also some brushes and green and yellow paints on the floor near the ladder. "Johnsy dear," said Sue. Then Sue said to Johnsy, "Look out of the window. Look at that ivy leaf. Haven't you wondered?" Wondered meaning is surprised. Whether you were not surprised that why the leaf was not fluttering means moving when the wind was blowing? Because that was Bearman's masterpiece. He painted it the night the last leaf fell, and she told Johnsy that Bearman has painted the last leaf at the night when the actual or we can say original last leaf had fallen. At the same night, Bearman had painted the last leaf so that Johnsy could get inspiration or motivation from the leaf and live her life properly. And that last leaf was Bearman's masterpiece.